Hello everyone, I am Erika of the storytellingjuveler.com and you are watching my weekly broadcast Coffee Time with Erika. So, welcome, I am really glad to see you here and please let me know in a comment if you can hear me, if you can see me before we continue. I see Niti here already. Hello Niti, so nice to see you. I hope you are feeling well today. Hello everyone. So, first of all, hello Petra, Kata, Zuzi, Sarah, Maria. What a nice company today, ladies. Thank you so much for your time. Liv, Sherry. Okay, Sarah says that she can hear me and see me. So I hope everything is all right for everyone. Katie. Oh, and Katie says, hello everybody, especially for the Belgians. Gelukkige Nationale Feestdag. So, Belgium celebrates a special day today. I have to admit that I don't know, unfortunately, that what is the historical occasion. So if you share that with us, Katie, I would be really happy. But yes, indeed. Hello, dear Belgian friends, and we wish you a very nice National Day today. And welcome, Martina and Cheryl. Oh, Niti says she's watching from bed with a coffee and cookie. Kiki is here, Beverly, and hello, ladies. So I am really looking forward to spend some time with you again. And cheers to having a coffee or tea or whatever drink you fancy together again. So, what are we going to talk about today? Of course, we will mention our contest, and then we will have like a sweet and sad topic about Bead&Button, including your own personal stories. And then I already have the pictures, the picture of the Fridays No One Has to Bead Alone video. I was in a really, really good beading flow on Friday evening and on Sunday. So I actually have two different topics ready for you. And one of them is a bracelet and the other one is an earring. And I will show you the pictures, the first picture at the end of the broadcast. I will also mention our special deal. And yeah, that's it, I think. And hello, Deb, in the meanwhile. So, first of all, I would like to... Oh, okay, we have some... info from Katie. So, she says that on the 21st of July, in 1831, the first Belgian king did his first job as king. So, it's a very royal day indeed. So, and I think it's also a very good day for beading. It should also be National Beading Day, I think. National Belgian Beading Day. Anyway, have a very nice day. Nice National Day to every one of our Belgian friends here. So, oh, and Anne says that she just finished making the cobblestone road bracelet from last week. So it's about time to getting ready for the next one, isn't it? By the way, big congrats to everyone who finished the bracelet, because I know that it is indeed a work-intense bracelet. So thank you so much for beading it. And Niti, thank you so much. Tuesday is actually my special day, Tuesday and Thursday morning, when I go work out a little bit with my friend and teacher. And so I was training in the morning and I have a freshly washed hair and curls. On the first day, it's always very curly. And yeah, the training, it gives me lots of energy then, and I'm really looking forward to like having a long work day today after after getting some physical exercise. And Corina joined us in the meanwhile. Hello, Corina. So, I hope you are excited, because I told you yesterday that actually we are having another sponsor of our first storytelling beading contest. And you might have noticed that a third logo is on our picture. And besides our main sponsor, Matubo Beads, who sent us like a huge package of very, very inspiring colors and shapes of beads, and Bead&Button magazine, the third sponsor is Bead and Jewelry magazine from the United Kingdom. And they are also very special to my heart, because actually that is the magazine where I published, where I had the biggest amount of my tutorials published. So I worked very intensely together with Kathy Dean, who used to be the editor-in-chief and who is among our jury, and also the new editor, Vicky Roberts. And the magazine, it is full of tutorials, mainly bead weaving, of course, sometimes also wire work. And it's always like a very thick magazine. So it's really, I think, a very valuable magazine. And yeah, the third place, because the first place of the contest, they will receive like a beading package and publication on the online pages of Bead&Button. And the second, and also a gift card from us. The second place is a book from Bead&Button, and also some Matubo beads, and again a gift card from us. And the third place in the contest in every category will receive not only a gift card from us, but also a digital subscription for Bead and Jewelry magazine. So I hope that you got even more excited about the contest. We already published the information that due to, because of the shipping problems, and we know that many of you had trouble receiving the components and beads you needed to finish your jewelry, then we made the decision to prolong the deadline of the contest with a couple more days. So you can still enter, and you can enter until Central European time, midnight, the 25th of July. And I already started to look through the entries, and they are amazing. And I am so happy to see your creative juices flowing, and to see that where did you take some of the storytelling tutorials, or where did you go working with an L2 studio cabochon. And Niti says that, oh, that is so cool. I have the iMag and it is awesome. You have access to lots of the back issues as well. I really like them a lot. I couldn't agree more. And Susie says, such a great prizes to win. There is really nothing to lose. And most importantly, I hope everyone is having fun, because that's the most important. Having fun, getting inspired, inspire each other, and stepping out of our comfort zones. By the way, Cheryl tried to translate the name of the Belgian national holiday, and she says Google Translate has swearing in it. So Cheryl was curious and had to look it up. And according to Google Translate, it might not be accurate. It is Happy Swearing In Day. And Honey joined us in the meanwhile. Welcome, Honey. So that's it about our storytelling beading contest. I really hope that you are getting excited and that you are Those of you who haven't sent yet your entries, that you are working hard, drinking lots of coffee, for getting more effective. And now we are getting to the sweet and sad part, because as many of you probably know, one of our sponsors, Bead&Button, also because of the changes going on the beading world, but mainly as the effect of the current pandemic. Sadly, they had to make the decision of shutting down operations, and while the internet pages will stay online. However, in October, we will see the last issue of the Bead&Button magazine after 25 years. And I'm even more sad about the Bead&Button show. This year would have been the 20th edition of this amazing event. And unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we are not going to get to see the 20th edition, nor do we get to see the winners of the Bead Dreams competition organized by Bead&Button. So today, on a sweet and sad note, I would like to mention some of my memories connected to Bead&Button, and I asked you to share your memories about the show or about the magazine, and I would love to read them out aloud. I already made print screens of the memories which you posted in the club, but please also feel free to share your thoughts in a comment here, and when I see one, then I will put it on screen and I will read it out loud. By the way, back to the contest a little bit. Kata says, lots of fun, great prizes, and a lot to learn about myself as well. Patience and creativity. And yes, indeed, that is indeed one of the pleasures of participating in a contest, I think. Thank you so much for putting it into words, Kata. And Barbara is with us with a few seconds. And Katie says, I was looking forward to meeting you at Bead&Button. My heart is breaking, Katie, that it's not going to happen. It was, I'm processing. I still can't believe. But yeah, so actually one of the last things what Bead&Button is doing before they are shutting down is sponsoring our contest. So I am really, really grateful for them. The books are already traveling, and sharing the winners' pictures on the online pages of Bead&Button is not going to be a problem. So the prices did not change. However, we have to accept that this is one of the last things what they are doing for us. So, on a happier note, I would like to go back a little bit to the memories from last year's Bead&Button show, which was the first and the last time that I was lucky to participate. And I have some pictures for you, and I would like to share them with you. And yeah, it was a great travel, actually, not only because of the show itself, but also because it was my first time on US soil, if we don't count the instances when I was switching planes between actually Brussels and Nicaragua a couple of years ago. I am really good at finding very cheap plane tickets, but it might include 35 hours on the road and sleeping at several different US airports. However, last year I was lucky to finally leave the airport in the United States, and my first ever journey in the United States was leading all the way to Milwaukee and to the Bead&Button show. And in the meanwhile, I will alternate between my own memories and between your comments, because I don't want to forget about sharing something on the screen, what you are sharing. And we have Yvette here. I am very sad about the biggest beat show. I really wanted to go and see it. We were about actually to have not only workshops, but also a booth at the 20th Bead&Button show, and Yvette would be coming with me to meet you there. So it's a big thing for us. And we were set to participate with Erika. And on a personal matter, it would have been my first visit to the US. Very, very sad about the Bead&Button show. And Deb says, I'm glad I went two times to the Bead&Button show. So wanted to go again this year. Only took one class, but so much to see and enjoy. And have all 25 years of magazines. Oh my God, Deb. Hello, Nicolene. Susie says, Bead&Button was the very first beading magazine I bought far back before I started to bead when I visited the US as a student. Just loved the art of beading. Cheryl says, I feel a little cheated as I have only been beading for 18 months. I did not go to a show, although I managed to buy the mag a few times. It's very much a loss for the beading world. And Niti says, before I moved to the Netherlands, I visited my friends here very often. Every time when I was waiting for a flight, I checked out if I can buy an issue at the airport. Seeing this, my friend whom I visited got a subscription for me for my birthday for some years. That's beautiful. So, until I'm waiting for your stories, I would like to share some more pictures. So, as you can see, not only me, but also Estefan visited Milwaukee last year. And this is me with my teacher's badge. And I was so very proud walking around with my teacher's badge at Bead&Button. That was really like a dream coming true. Like, it was happening very quick that I got accepted and I got sign-ups from you and other students, and it was unbelievable. And this was something what I would never ever imagine that would happen, but then it was coming true, and it was like, oh my God, this is really, really a dream. And yeah, when I was traveling like this, by the way, it's full of kits and tutorials, all the suitcases. And besides this, there were also some other packages already waiting for me in the hotel room. So it was a crazy adventure. And this next picture, there is a special event every year at Bead&Button. It's called the Meet the Teachers. And it is a presentation of everyone who teaches at the Bead&Button show. And it was a very special night, because not only did I get to meet many of the beading friends whom I met online only before that, but also Helena Tanglim, again, another member of our jury for the contest. She was my neighbor just behind my back. So we actually spent the whole evening together, having dinner together, and then setting up. And since it was my first time, and Helena is a seasoned warrior at Bead&Button, then she was helping me with lots of advices and lots of her own experience. And Sherry says, oh, Deb says, nice memories. And Sherry says, I was hoping to go to the next show. I am so sad. I was never able to go before. I feel your pain so much, Sherry. I know that many of our beaders wanted to go, and then because of the circumstances, it's not happening, and it is a pain. And Martina says, very sad about the show and the magazine. I was very fortunate to attend the 2019 show. I enjoyed it so much and also made some new beading friends from all over the world. And that's the best part of it, I think. Kata says, I never had the chance to visit the show, but I have been a loyal subscriber of the magazine. Big loss, and I am so sorry they could not adapt their business model on time. And says, for the 20th anniversary of Bead&Button, I bought the PC DVD of the magazine from day one. Thank you for sharing, everyone. And back to Bead&Button. This is, by the way, how the hotel looks like. It's a very fancy art. Okay, where did the picture go? Art Deco hotel. And I want to share with you what happened on the first morning after I arrived. I went down to have breakfast. I called the elevator, I stepped in, I looked up, and then Heidi Cooley, like queen of bead embroidery, was standing next to me. And that was my fangirl moment. And of course, I told her how much I admire her art. And she was so sweet. She was like so down to earth and so sweet and so kind. And we took the picture together. And she told me that she will come to Amsterdam one day. And yeah, I really, really, really treasure this moment. She was on her way actually to leave the hotel. And when I was just like, it was my first morning. So it was such a coincidence. And I will never forget this. And Bead&Button, for me, it's most of the time about the meeting. The best memories are about meeting beading friends whom I knew only online before that. So, for example, that's when I also got to meet Leslie Rogalski and Leslie Pope, who are they are responsible for helping us at the Beadsmith Inspiration Squad. And, like, we are in touch for years already. We exchanged so many emails, talked about so many different things. And sure, we see each other's faces on Facebook, but it's just not the same as, like, really hanging out together and having a coffee, of course, together. And spending some time. It was really wonderful. And in the meanwhile, Sarah says, I subscribed a couple of years and I have a couple of the books. I wanted to go at the show, but I think it would never happen. And besides, like, the leaders of the Beadsmith Inspiration Squad, we also had a squaddy meeting. So it was amazing also to meet other designers from the club, from the squad. Laura Graham in the middle, Carolyn Cave, and with many of them we are like chatting, but this was really special to spend an evening together. I'm sleeping on that picture, but everyone else looks good. And on the other picture, when I am actually having open eyes, others are having closed eyes. So I decided that it's good. Everyone else looks great. Only I am sleeping. So this is the one I would like to share. And besides that, I also got to meet. Oh, Corina is asking, what is the ring on your finger? It's amazing. So this was a gift from Teresa Drapkova, my friend from PotomacBeads.eu. She was here in Amsterdam 2 times for International Beading Week. And last year or 2 years ago, last year, I got this as a present from her when she was visiting. Katie is noticing my shoes. Oh, nice quad, but what a flashy shoes you are wearing there. Yes, indeed. And yeah, some of the people, actually, it's my blue glittery Dr. Martens boots with a silk ribbon, and I love them, and I'm having them only on special occasions. And yeah, some of the people actually started to recognize me at Bead&Button show based on the shoes, so that was really, really funny. And Sherry says, "Beaders are like family. They are the best." Absolutely. And what I like, that we come from so many different countries, so many different backgrounds and ages and jobs and whatever and experience, but we have something what is connecting us to each other. Nothing else matters. And we can just be friends, and it's great. And most of my best friends, they are actually coming from Beaders. And you guys in the club, and how we are meeting here every week twice, it really feels like we are together in this. Susie, turquoise shoes. I had to have them, come on. So, oh, and Corinne says, "I am full of envy now. I hoped for a tutorial." Corinne, actually, if you follow the traveler instructions, then you can bead something very similar with a cup chain, with a cabochon in the center. And then we have some rings which have filigrees, and then you can glue the filigree ring on the back. So you can have one, and I am very happy to help you make something similar with the traveler. And Katie says, "I met Natasha at Bead&Button. Very, very nice lady. I bought a couple of kits from her." Indeed, Natasha is great. And we were hanging out a lot together, actually, with Natasha and Patrick. I actually have a picture somewhere. Okay. Not here. So we were hanging out a lot together with Natasha and Patrick. And yeah, she's really nice and funny. And back to some more pictures of meetings, because there are a lot. There are more, of course. I was meeting, for example, Estelita Childs from Alaska, and she's actually the president of the Alaska Bead Society, and she signed up for one of my classes. And the next day she arrived with the already beaded bracelet, and she knew that the next day I am having 3 classes, one after another. So I was working from like I was in my classroom from like 7:30 until like 11 in the evening, and she showed up with some extra coffee for me. So that was so nice from her. And Angie, I'm sure you know Angie from the group Angela Bachelor, and we had a pizza night together, and that was also so nice. One of the best moments of one of the best times of Bead&Button. And you know also John Goldberg from the group. And here we are showing off our turtles, my 2 turtles, and then she has a bracelet with a turtle on her hand. And of course, Bead&Button is also about shopping. So this is how one of the shopping alleys looked like, and a quick view of one of the sellers with many strands of beads. And even if like I heard some people complaining that it was not as it used to be, but I think it was a really, really nice showcase of all kinds of creative stuff, components and cabochons and semi-precious stones. And like there was Becky Haley with her huge assortment of Miyuki beads. So one could spend like several full days at Bead&Button at the shopping area, I think. And Sarah says, even if this is sad, maybe it will open up for new opportunities. You never know. And that's it, I think, Sarah. I agree with you. And I hope that even if this is a very sad decision indeed, that something good will come out at the end. And Iris says, subscribed for years and looked at all the lovely designs that I would never ever being able to do. I am so happy that I saved almost all of the issues, so at least I have the memory of the good Bead&Button days. Being bolder, I may even attempt to attack some of the never ever designs. I think that's a very good approach, Iris. And I'm sure that now, with more experience, you will go a lot further when you have looked at those designs for the first time. And Cheryl says, maybe it's good I never got there. I would need to move house to fit my purchases. That's a real danger. And yeah, this is a very bad picture, but I just have to mention that the hotel, which is like next to the convention center where Bead&Button is held, they have like a hotel dog who is like always there around the reception area, and you can pet him and or her. I don't know. I didn't look. I think it's a he. So here Estefan tried to be acquainted and try to make friends, but he was running to meet the doggy was running to meet some old friends, so that's why the picture is so blurry. And yeah, of course, there was also coffee with Bead&Button. This was my place, just 5 minutes walking from the convention center, and this is the day when I drank like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, around 10 espressos. That's when Estelita also brought me the extra ones. So this is how it looked like. I just had to show you the coffee related stuff, of course. And yeah, this is about my Bead&Button show. I was also carrying my turquoise drawer, which you might know from my booth if we have met at an exhibition. And at the airport on the way back, they nearly took it from me because I had a really overloaded baggage. But I decided that, okay, I will remove it, but I will actually carry it in my hand and just pretend that nothing is happening. And I will not leave it anywhere until they tell me that I can't have it separate in my hand. And I managed to come home with a straight face all the way to Amsterdam with the turquoise drawer, so I still actually have it. And yeah, we have here some thoughts from the club, what you shared already about Bead&Button, so I would like to put them on screen now. And Elena says, Bead&Button was definitely a great journal. When I was making the choice to which journal to subscribe, I have chosen Bead&Button. For years, it was a huge source of inspiration for me. It contained lovely projects to make from the designers all over the world. Moreover, I have found the tips from leading designers very useful, and the articles on different topics were always fun. But the most I value the issues which provide the shoots and the winning pieces from Bead&Button show. It was so inspirational for me to look at the submitted pieces and admire the talent and imagination of the contenders. I cannot imagine that I don't receive such an issue this year and the following years. It's definitely such a pity it stopped. Janet says, sadly over the years Bead&Button lost its way and didn't cater for the needs of most of its subscribers. By concentrating on all the new the shapes of beads when most readers did not want or could not afford to buy them. As a result, they lost a lot of readers, which sent them into a downward spiral. It is a real shame they have gone through. Thank you for sharing, Janet. Sherry, Bead&Button was one of the magazines that started the expansion of my beading skills. If I wanted to try a new pattern or get some inspiration, that is where I would go. Love to see what other beaders were working on and where the trends were going. They will be missed. And Tanya says, Bead&Button was a great magazine with patterns from designers all over the world. I already have beaded some jewels out of this and still have a lot of kits waiting for me. It was a great opportunity to get to know the designers and see if their style and way of explaining things was okay to buy patterns of them. It will be a huge loss for the beaders. And I have a memory from Sharon. And she says, my memory of the Bead&Button show is rather a sad one. I was planning to attend the 2010 show, which would have been my first, with several people from my local beading store. I obtained the catalog and selected the classes I wanted to take, had picked classes for every day, made the hotel reservations, etc. Then, in February of 2010, my mother passed away and my disabled sister moved in with me. That changed everything. I had been so excited about attending the show, meeting the teachers, and just having loads of fun. All that changed in an instant, and I had to cancel my trip. I enjoyed the magazine from when I first started beading in 2008 and usually tried to pick a project to do from each magazine. Doing that helped me improve my skills and find new bead designers whose work I really enjoyed. They will be missed. Thank you so much for sharing such a personal story, Sharon. And yes, indeed, I'm very, very sure that we will miss Bead&Button, all of us, very much. Even if not everything was perfect, as nothing is ever can be always 100% perfect. And but I know about the issue with the bead shapes, that lots of people were asking for simpler designs, but on the other hand, the manufacturers like it when the published designs use the shaped beads. So it was, I think, always a very, very hard decision for the magazine what to publish and what to skip. But what I want to say, that they will be missed. It's not only about the magazine itself, it's not only about the show itself, but they pushed and pulled the craft of beadwork forward and forward. They made us advance, they gave us technical advice, they summarized knowledge, they organized the contest, and they will be greatly, greatly, greatly missed. So let's remember them. And if you have a minute to spare, then I would advise to leave them a note on their social media pages, thanking them for supporting the contest and thanking them for the 25 years of the magazine and 20 years of the show, because they've done an enormous, great amount of work for us. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Bead&Button. And on a happier note, I would like to show you now the design for Fridays. No one has to bead alone, because even during changed circumstances, no one actually has to bead alone. And every Friday we can meet here on Facebook and work together on a new design. And I would like to share with you the newest bracelet. It's called Anita. And you can guess that it was named after one of our fellow members here, Niti, talking about you. And I will tell in a moment that why did I give it your name. So this is the design. I hope you like it. And after working that much with quarter-tillas, I thought that it's about time to switch it up a little bit. We will return to quarter-tilla still and mix up all the Miyuki beads, but I decided to make something this time from Miyuki tilla beads, half tilla beads. Then you will need some 3mm fire polished beads, Miyuki Delica 11s, Miyuki seed beads, size 15, and the reason why I chose the name Anita for the bracelet is because sneakily I showed it to Niti a couple of days ago, and then she asked me like, but why don't you put a rhinestone in the middle? It would look so nice. So I put a rhinestone in the middle and it looks awesome. And I would like to thank you for the great idea, Niti, and thank you for allowing me to use it. And for Friday, everyone can decide if you want to put a rhinestone in the middle or if you want to skip it this time. That part is optional, absolutely. And Lutka, hello Lutka. I'm really glad that you like it. Corina likes it too. Sarah, Sherry, Maria, Iris. So I'm really glad that you like it, ladies. And it can actually also be made into a 2-row bracelet and easily made into earrings or necklace. But you have to promise me to don't run forward because I actually designed earrings to go with it. So wait for it. We will begin with the bracelet. And then we will move forward to earrings and a necklace. And Connie likes it too. And Terry too. Thank you so much. And the brooch, of course. Sorry, Susie. My apologies to forget to mention it. Of course you can make it into a brooch. And Cheryl says, I may need to order some more various style beads. And by the way, dear people, because many of you were complaining that you can't find like nice, like a bigger selection of quarter-tilla beads in one place, then guess what were we working on during the last couple of days? So we decided to expand our selection with some beautiful, beautiful colors of quarter-tilla, half-tilla, and tilla beads. Turquoise. I have to start with turquoise, of course. We even have turquoise Picasso, this awesome yellow, and this is a very special one, for example, because this is the Miyuki tilla bead, but with a check coating. So it is a combination of the work of two different manufacturers, and we have many of these special colors now at the storytellingjeweler.com. Also other stuff, for example, this milky opal fire polished beads. But what's important, Kata, you like the yellow ones, right? I was thinking about you. Look at the faces she is making. So this week's special deal. Oh, it's not until the 1st of July. I will have to correct that. It's not until the 1st of July, but until next week, Monday. So we are having 15% off of every Miyuki tilla, half tilla, and quarter tilla beads. And you don't need any kinds of coupons. You just head over to the storytellingjeweler.com and make your choices and the discount will be automatically applied. And Cheryl says, I like too many of them. Me too, actually. Me too, actually. That's why I made this bracelet. I just I love this mustard yellow, and I think it looks so good with these like kind of cyclamen opal or amethyst opal rhinestones in the middle. That yeah, I think this is my new favorite color combination, actually. The mustard yellow. This is one of the first time that I'm using gray, actually, and then the purple into it and the green. Yeah. Yellow, orange, turquoise, check coating. Yep. Iris, I that was like last week's. Sorry about the mistake. I was focusing on like the bead shapes, and I'm sorry, I didn't change the date on it. So I will publish it with the correct date just after I finish the broadcast. But it's like until next Monday, midnight Central European time. From now on, it's already on. So, lovely beaders, thank you so much for your time today. It was really nice to remembering Bead&Button together with you. And well, we can still think a lot about them also because of the contest. And I'm very grateful that they decided to sponsor us. And I am looking forward to seeing the entries still coming in before the deadline for the contest. But most importantly, I am looking forward to Friday already and beading together with you. And I will publish also the list of material very shortly, so you can start preparing. And thank you very much for everyone who was with me here today. And I wish you a lovely rest of the day, and see you soon in the club and online again on Friday. And enjoy your remaining coffees. Bye-bye.